Hi guys, Trevor Swenson with Through the Darkness. My personal journey with PTSD and trauma and stressor-related disorder. And today I wanted to cover a topic that has really been a difficult one for me to navigate in the trauma walk, to say the least, and that is the topic of triggers. And I heard it put the other day very eloquently that triggers are unhealed wounds of the past that get irritated. And that's exactly what they are, is that a trigger is a smell, a sight, a sound, a person, a location, a set of circumstances, a tone of voice, whatever it may be. Triggers can take all different sorts of identities depending on what your trauma walk has been like. And I just wanted to explain what happens to me when I get triggered and maybe validate for you. Because before I was diagnosed with PTSD, I knew nothing about PTSD. I had heard the term PTSD, but I did not know that my case, A, would be as severe as it is, and B, would follow so closely to all of the things that people that struggle with PTSD or a trauma and stressor-related disorder struggle with. And one of them is triggers for me. And the first thing that happens to me when I'm triggered is that my arms from my shoulders down essentially go numb. And it's the most weird sensation, but it's a little bit like a low voltage buzzing from my shoulders down and both of my arms. Immediately after that, my appetite is completely gone, and my appetite can be gone for a number of hours. My appetite can be gone for a week or more. And it makes life difficult, very, very difficult. And one of the other things that happens when I'm triggered is that I have my mindfulness, my ability to be in the moment is completely shot and gone. And I mean, like the lacking mindfulness to where I would drive through a busy intersection without paying any attention to traffic coming in any of the directions, not hearing what people are saying to me or what they're talking to me about, and everything goes down into tunnel vision, and my body and system is focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is surviving. Now, the twisted, unfortunate part of PTSD is that with PTSD obviously comes a distorted view of reality. And so even though that trigger in reality through a healthy person's mind is really not danger, in a person whose mind has been wrecked by PTSD and is healing, it is a very real and present danger. And you go into full fight, flight, freeze mode, and it is absolutely awful. It's awful. And it's one thing to be triggered when you're being chased down a logging trail in the woods by a 150-pound gray wolf. That is a very real and present danger. But when you are sitting alone at home, safe in your own home, and you fear for your life and your well-being, it is a very, very sad state of affairs. And I want to bring that to people's attention, that PTSD is literally hell on earth because it is constant. It's a constant state of what a human being absolutely hates feeling, and it is driving your life. As I've touched on before, cortisol takes over. Cortisol was designed to be used in the short term to save your life. And in my brain, which is affected by PTSD, cortisol has center stage and the highest spot on the podium. And that's not cool. It is very, very uncomfortable. It is very painful, and it is one of those things that drives you to irrational, distorted thinking, which is one of the reasons that I'm going to tell you again, get help. Get professional help, because it's not going to get better without professional help and without heavy lifting. It has to be dealt with. You know, and only you know, because your trauma and your traumatic experience or experiences are completely specific to you. And the only way that they will get resolved is by you taking that step and reaching out for help to understand, to learn, to start healing, to figure out techniques that work for you, and to stop the cycle of pain, because that's what triggers bring on for me is emotional, physical, and psychological pain. And I just want people to have less of that, if nothing else, through this series of videos. It has been a really rough stretch for me. And one of the things that I have committed myself to over the last year is that good, bad, and ugly, I'm going to continue to talk about this, whether I've had the worst week in my adult life or whether I am seeing a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to continue talking about this because not only is it real, it is extremely destructive. And I just want people to have the courage to get help professionally, personally, and most importantly, spiritually, which I'll leave you with this. Even though faith is the faith that you need when you are walking with PTSD, even though today I am completely triggered, I have faith that God is with me. Even though this is awful, I know that God is good. Even though I can't eat and I feel nauseous, I know Christ is standing with me through this. Even though I know that the Good Shepherd's rod and staff comfort me. And I just challenge you to always remember that during the tough times, even though faith. This is Trevor Swenson with Through the Darkness. I can't wait to talk with you soon on another topic. Click subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you.